Hello, Princess on a Pillow here. I am here to do a review / recap with my opinion on Seeking Sister Wife Season 4, Episode 1, 2, and 3. The family we're going to talk about is the Epps family. Now, I tried to watch Seeking Sister Wives the very first season, and I just couldn't do it because I can't stand polygamy. I just hate it. Anywho, that's not what we're here for. We're here to talk about the people, not the actual polygamy. Okay? So, let's get started. So, we have the Epps family. They're from Orlando, Florida. We have Taryn, Marcus, in India. So, Taryn is the wife, Marcus is the husband, and India is the fiancé. Two beautiful, tall, gorgeous, stunning women, and one short runt of a man with dry lips. Taryn and Marcus met in college. Marcus was sleeping with a good friend of Taryn's. Marcus said he saw Taryn's picture in the friend's room, and 5 months later, Taryn gave Marcus her virginity. Marcus says he is an elected official in Ohio, where he grew up, and he flies back and forth from Ohio to Florida. And I am sweating, and I need to put the fan on. If I can find my remote, that would be a good thing, wouldn't it? Oh, here it is. I'm hot, and it's raining cats and dogs outside. Oh yeah, it feels a little bit better. Hope nothing blows all over the place. Okay. All right. So yeah, he's an elected official in his home state of Ohio, and he flies back and forth from Ohio to Florida. Taryn said that her and Marcus were together for 12 years. She said Marcus was cheating with 5 to 10 women. This is crooked. Why is this always so crooked for me? Okay, I think that's a little bit better. Yeah, Marcus was cheating with 5 to 10 women. That don't even make sense. That don't even sound right. 5 to 10 women? Why not 10? Why not 5? Why 5 to 10? Sometimes it was 7. Sometimes it was 8. Sometimes it was 9. All right. Yeah. All right. Okay. So Taryn took their daughter and she left because Marcus was cheating. Then, when Taryn was gone, Marcus met India. India said she met Marcus while she was hanging out with her friends having drinks. She said she liked Marcus because Marcus was short. She said she don't like men taller than her. So Marcus and India, they were inseparable. And they got engaged. But he's still married to Taryn. How do you engage to somebody when you're still married to somebody else? Anywho, a year later, Taryn comes back. She comes back to Marcus. And Marcus wanted Taryn back, but he's engaged to India. He doesn't want to get rid of India, so he wants them both. So guess what? He decides to keep them both. But even though Marcus has Taryn, his wife, and India, his fiance, he's still not satisfied. Of course not. He used to date, or he was cheating with 5 to 10 women, and now he has 2 prominent women in his life, and of course he's still not satisfied. So they're looking for a sister wife. Or, no, they're not looking for a sister wife. What they said happened was an old friend of Taryn's and Marcus contacted them and said she wants to join the family. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me go back here. So he says, I'm skipping around here. I'm sorry, my sinuses are bothering me. Excuse me. So Marcus said the way they work is he alternates nights between the 2 women. Just one night he sleeps with Taryn, the next night he sleeps with India. He alternates nights. Good for him. He's having a good time, isn't he? Then he goes out of town, and we don't know what he doing when he goes out of town. So they say, oh, it's good to be in a polygamy relationship because we know what our husband's doing. Right. You don't know what he's doing. You don't know what he's doing. You're not with him 24/7. You have no clue what he's doing. Okay, so Marcus and Taryn's daughter is 9 years old, and she's almost Marcus's height. She comes to about maybe right here, to around his nose. She's 9 years old, and she's up to his nose. He's so short. She's up to his nose. He's going to be looking up at her. Go to your room. Did you do your homework? He's going to be looking up to her. Looking up to her. No, you can't go out on a date tonight. In 2 more years, he's going to be looking up to her. She's going to be like, what you say I can't go out on a date? Are you crazy? I'm going. Bye. Try to stop me. Anywho. Okay. Yeah, so they have a 9-year-old daughter, and she's almost taller than her daddy. And thank God she looks like her mommy. So Marcus has a 15-year-old son with someone else. And the 15-year-old son has a best friend that's also living in the house. So there's 6 people living in the house. 3 kids and 3 adults. So Marcus tells the family that he is going to date Bina. And Bina is an old friend of Marcus and Taryn. Marcus said that him and Bina met 12 to 13 years ago. And that's around probably the same time he met Taryn. Bina lives in Charlotte, North Carolina. She is a hairstylist, and she owns her own salon. She has a 5-year-old son. Taryn said that Bina reached out to them and said that she wanted to be a part of their family. Taryn tells the kids that Marcus is dating other people as well. So I guess they do know what he's doing then. Okay, my bad. But the kids are fine with it. They don't care. So Taryn and India, Marcus and Bina, they're gonna get ready to go on a date, and Taryn and India, they're gonna set the date up for them. So they're choosing different wines for the date, because they're gonna plan the date. So after a little while, Taryn and India, they sit down to talk about their feelings about getting another sister wife. And they talk about a new sister wife coming and changing the dynamics of the family. And blah, 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 blah. Yak, 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 yak. They're just talking. I'm not interested in what they're saying. The bottom line is, India is having a hard time with the thoughts of Marcus falling in love with someone else. Because now he has to share his love between 3 people. His love and his time and his affection. He has to, that little short man has to divide himself up between 3 beautiful, gorgeous, intelligent women. Should I call them intelligent? No, I shouldn't take their intelligence away from them because they like Marcus. Should I? All right, we won't take your intelligence away from them because they like Marcus. Okay, we won't do that. But I still question their intelligence. Messing around with that little short man who all he want to do is, every time he sees a woman, he want to get busy. Anywho. So, India has not met Bina yet. And she's a little, apprehensive about Bina. And, So, Marcus said he flew Bina in from North Carolina to Florida for the date. So, they go on their date. It's a beautiful picnic setup. Taryn and India, they did the damn thing. They set it up really, really nice. And Bina is wearing flats, but Marcus comes up to her forehead. That's how short he is. Yep. So they sit down to eat and talk about his life with the 2 wives and yada, yada, yada. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not interested in what they're saying to each other. In her confessional, Bina said that the single relationships, a single relationship, monogamous, that's what it is. Monogamous relationships are not for her because they don't work for her. Polygamy relationships are better because you know where your man is and what he's doing. Monogamous relationship, you don't know where your man is. You don't know what he's doing. You don't know if he's cheating. You don't know what's going on. That's what she says. So Marcus invites Bina to the house. And he goes home, and the next scene, he goes home and he's telling, Marcus is telling Taryn and India how his date went with Bina. And I guess Taryn works from home. She's always on her laptop. So anyway, Marcus tells them how the date went with Bina. And Marcus tells Taryn and India that Bina leaves the day after tomorrow to go back to North Carolina. So he invited her over to the house the next day. And that makes sense. She's leaving for North Carolina. She might as well get to meet India, you know, and see what's up. But India is pissed. India, when Marcus told them that he invited India to come over to the house the next day, India mouth fell open. She was like, oh, what? Ooh, I don't understand why she's so shocked that he invited India over. For one thing, invited Bina over. For one thing, Bina is a friend. She's been friends with him for what? 12, 13, 14, 15 years? She's a friend of his. And yes, he is thinking of adding her as a sister wife. So why wouldn't he invite her over? She's getting ready to leave for North Carolina. So might as well get to meet her before she leaves for North Carolina. I don't understand why India had a problem with her coming over. But she did. Then Marcus basically asked Taryn and India if it's okay for him to have sex with Bina. But you know what? I think he already had sex with Bina. I think so. But he's asking them their opinion if you can have sex with them. Taryn says, do what you want to do. Don't ask me. Don't tell me. I don't want to know nothing about it. Just do what you want to do. Don't ask us. Don't tell us. Just go ahead and do what you want to do. India said, speak for yourself. India said, before you have sex with her, we all should bond with her and have a tight bond with her before you just go off and have sex with her willy-nilly. So Marcus and Taryn, they don't agree with India. So they're at a stalemate, I guess. But again, it's 2 against 1. But Marcus, as far as I'm concerned, Marcus, why I keep saying Marcus? Marcus is going to do what the hell Marcus wants to do. So India, girl, you better get with the program. That's right, you better get with the program. That is my review of which family was this? The Epps family from Orlando, Florida. I will be back in a few minutes with the last and final family. And it's going to be very, very short. Princess on a Pillow here. Thank you so very much for watching. I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay? Bye.